Hello everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorite Transformer animations of all time. This is the Super-God Masterforce series. This originally aired in Japan in 1988. Now I know G1 Hexatron and Primal Sabbath are going to be doing some episode commentaries on this series, and I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be great. But it really sparked an interest in me to do a review of the box sets that I own and kind of go over a history of them also. So what you're looking at here is the first official release done by Pioneer that came out in 2003. Very nice box sets. I do love the fact that you get an unaltered version of the series. There are no subtitles. The sound and audio quality is superb, better than any other version that I've seen. You get in the first volume here, episodes 1 through 24. Second volume here, you get 25 through 42. I love the artwork here. You get the nice human characters with Jinrai. Then over here you get Black Zarek with the Headmaster Juniors and God Jinrai and Overlord. And black and the white and the black really contrast with each other, which is really cool. Now, if you know anything about the Pioneer Transformer box sets, you know that they're extremely expensive. Now, when this came out in 2003, each box set was 23,000 yen. Now, I did a little conversion for 2013 here, and each box set, if you were to get it now, would cost you $225 US. That's $450 for the complete set. That's unreal. It's nowhere near worth that much, but it's a great series. But wow, that's a lot of money. I'm a huge anime fan. I've spent money on box sets. The most I've ever spent though was like $150 on like the Trigun complete box set. But that was back when anime was huge in the U.S. and they were finally getting on DVD and stuff like that. But wow, $225 a piece, just unreal. But let's look at the individual discs now. Start off with box 1 here. Now I do love the fact that you get this nice little protective kind of styrofoam. It's kind of nice. Protect the cases there. So the first 2 volumes we get a nice little picture of Metal Hawk with Jinrai in the robot forms. Kind of cool. And over here we get the Headmaster Juniors with Shuta, Minerva, and Cab in their robot forms. And there's nothing really to the disc, no artwork, but I do like the fact that it's a nice, clean, crisp look. And you got these nice kind of, I guess, Autobot colors. Episode guides in the inside of the case there. And volume 2 is the same. Move on to box 2 here. And box 2 is really cool because it actually comes with a booklet. Again, it does come with a styrofoam and a little card there. Now here are the different volumes. Volume 3 and volume 4. We get the Cybertron or Autobot God Masters, and then we have the Decepticon Overlord, Headmaster Juniors, and there's Browning right there. And now we get the Decepticon color disc, which is kind of cool. Again, episode guide is on the front of the case there, inside of the case. Now the booklet is really cool. I do love the fact that it gives you it's all in Japanese, but it gives you a nice history of the show and of the characters and nice little kind of schematic drawings or whatnot. You can kind of make those out. There's like Metal Hawk there. Six Knight. Now a lot of the stuff we actually see in the IDW Arc 2 source book. A lot of the drawings and whatnot. So I guess this is where they got their information. There's like Black Zarek, Overlord. Really cool. Do like that. Alright, let's move on to the next box set. Alright, after the Pioneer release, the United Kingdom got an official release in 2006 by Metrodome, which featured subtitles and extra commentary, which is really cool. Australia got a release in 2008 by Madman. And finally, in 2012, which is about damn time, the United States got an official release by Shoutfactory, which is this version right here. And it's a good version. I do love the fact that we have, an official release. It has all the episodes, even though it states 52. There's only 42 actually in the series. It does have the Japanese audio, English subtitles. I mean, it's really great, and it's inexpensive. So, but I do have a gripe with it because the subtitles, it's not Shout Factory's fault. It's Hasbro. When Shout Factory was collaborating with Hasbro at first didn't even want the collection to be released for some odd reason. I don't understand why Hasbro and Takara can't get along, but Hasbro, especially with this box set, wanted the names to be changed in the subtitle for certain characters. And the rationale behind it is If the Takara toy and the Hasbro toy were exactly the same, we're going to use the Hasbro name. So, for instance, you take this character right here. In the Takara line, he's called Blood. In the Hasbro line, he's called Bombburst. They're exactly the same fig, no difference. They're going to call him Bombburst. Thankfully, they didn't do that with Jinrai, calling him Prime. It would just been weird, or like Hydra and Buster and stuff like that. But there was an exception, or a couple of exceptions to this rule, though. And one of them was this guy. Now, this guy's name is Diver in the Takara line. He has brown hair. In the Hasbro line, he's called Wave Rider, and he has blonde hair. Not a significant change for Hasbro, so they went with the Hasbro name of Wave Rider. And then the other little exception is, and I don't have the fig, is the Headmaster Junior Fire Truck, whose name is Cab in the Takara line. His name is Hosehead in the Hasbro line. Thankfully, Hasbro went with the Takara name because it would just be weird to read in the subtitles. Minerva, Shuta, and Hosehead. So I'm glad that they stuck with Cab. Now, Hasbro wasn't done yet. They decided if a character in the show represents the Hasbro toy more than the Takara toy, they would go with the Hasbro name. So an example of that is this guy right here, Double Dealer. Now in the show he's called Double Clouder. And the Takara version of the toy is significantly different than the version in the actual show. The one in the show represents Double Dealer a little bit more. So, because of that, they went with the Double Dealer name. And they did the same thing with some of the monster Sparkbots and stuff like that. But I really don't know why they had to do that. I don't like how Hasbro had to put that into there, but they did. It's still a great series. It's well worth the watch. Do recommend it if you haven't seen it. Without it, we wouldn't have gotten characters like God Jinrai, Overlord, 6-Night, Metal Hawk. We wouldn't have gotten the first and only G1 female Transformer toy, Minerva. So it's definitely worth watching. So this has been a semi-quick look at the Pioneer and Shoutfactory box set of the Super-God Masterforce anime. Thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. Stay tuned for more. Take care, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.